Welcome back to your weekly Twin Flame collective card reading. Okay, so we have a week ahead of us.
Mm,
The cards, of course, we pre-shuffle, so you don't have to sit there and watch us shuffle. But the cards indicate a challenging time ahead. And those of you that are seasoned to the journey, you know that it doesn't come without its challenges. We cannot move through our twin flame path without encountering challenges because the challenge is dissolving separation. And the way that you dissolve the separation is you come into experiences in your life that show you where you're believing in the separation and where you are rooted in fear. And so, fear, that monster, that thing that you are scared of the most, it's going to present itself to you in your reality. But it's not to knock you down. It's not to, although it may feel that way, and it's not to prevent you from moving forward. It's actually to help propel you forward. Right?
very true.
Do you want to add anything to that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the very first card for this week we have is a number 5, which is changes. And it says win or lose. Also, too, I just noticed that the first two cards are blue, which indicates expression, communication. There's
Mental
something.
energy. This is
Yeah,
like the
yeah, go ahead.
this yeah
Mhm.
the sword type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mental energy. Can you share a little bit more about like what you mean by that? Meaning like
Well, from this traditional tarot, it's
Mhm.
swords, right? Like
Mhm.
the suit of swords suit. Would that be I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I feel like maybe starting out with a bit of mental energy. I feel like this card may also speak to like maybe being stubborn
Hmm.
and maybe making choices without feeling into it. Maybe it's a bit of like an abrupt, I'm gonna do the thing, right? Win or lose, right? And then you kind of like maybe didn't fully feel into it, or
Mhm.
it's okay though. But yeah,
Mhm.
maybe some stubbornness.
Yeah, I feel like what really comes up here, and I know you keep looking at the second card, which I'll show you very soon, is that there's oftentimes, we're coaches, right? And we'll have clients or, just other people that are, moving throughout their journey. And they'll ask, hey, I want to contact my twin flame and I want to tell this thing to them. Like, should I do it? And ultimately, like, you got to follow your own heart. So if you feel compelled to reach out to your twin flame, like, you just do it, right? But we can give guidance in terms of like you want to check your intentions, right? And I feel like that's exactly what you're saying is like, let's say if you're wanting, this is just an example, right? Let's say if you're wanting to reach out to your twin flame and let them know that you're twin flames. Well, okay, why? Because I did this. I reached out and I told it was my false twin flame at the time. But why? My intentions were because in the moment, I thought that it would help them understand what was going on between the two of us, but it backfired on me, right? Because I was trying to get something from them rather than just genuinely wanting to share myself and my experience. All right, so let's just go ahead and move into the next card, which is also the blue. And it says refusing to see. So oftentimes when our biggest, scariest monster, the thing that we fear the most, when it manifests into our reality, and remember it's an illusion, but it does come up to trigger that upset, to trigger that trauma or that wound, there can be an initial avoidance, meaning, oh, I don't want to look at that. No, don't want to see it. Right? Because that's kind of a coping mechanism that we all have is when something is deeply upsetting to us, our most times automatic reaction is let me avoid this. I don't want to look, it's too upsetting to me. But honesty is one of the 8 keys. I think we even said this last week, but honesty is one of the 8 keys to harmonious twin flame union. And that requires you to first be honest with yourself. Right. And so I guess like this card, because it's a number two, is indicating that there might be something related to your union this week that is said or manifests and it's deeply upsetting to you. Right. But you've got to acknowledge how you feel that way that you can move through it because it's just indicating, like I said in the beginning, the separation that you're moving through that way that you can manifest your physical union. Did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I feel like it might indicate some powerlessness or like I'm stuck,
Mhm.
but then you're not stuck.
No.
It's just getting up and moving forward. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I think the stubbornness moves into that, and
Mhm.
so I feel like yeah, you're not powerless, you have power, so
Right.
utilize it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, stuck is not actually a thing. Stuck is a feeling. And once you like choose to move forward, that feeling of stuck will resolve itself. Okay, so as we move into the middle, towards the end of the week, we have number nine, arrest and reconsider. So this indicates that you finally are acknowledging you might even reflect back on this reading and be like, oh, they said that, but I'm not going to avoid. I'm going to look at it. There's this thing that's really upsetting to me, but I'm just going to go there because I know that it's not real. It's an illusion. It feels very real. And you want to validate your experience 100%. But know that it's something that's presented that's out of alignment with your divinity and it's just coming up for you to release. So this is a call for rest and reconsidering whatever that is specifically for you. And nine also is like it's like a cycle coming to an end, right? Which is a good thing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to say something to that?
Yeah, it's just feeling into it, and yeah, I mean, it's quite when you're in that stubborn energy, it's a bit exhausting, right? So you might be like, ah, man, I gotta, this ain't working for me, or and kind of like, yeah, you're reconsidering like the happenings, basically. Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
gotta try a different way,
Mhm.
basically. Yeah, so it's a change in direction.
Definitely. All right. And at the end of the week, we have number five, which is also changes, and it says challenging times.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this card like often is signaling like conflict,
Mhm,
um quarrels, perhaps.
mhm.
Some people with sticks.
People with sticks.
Well, I'm just viewing the from the traditional tarot, Five of Wands, and
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Okay.
So yeah, but it's just like sometimes these things come up for their. You have to get clear on things. Like you can't. Sometimes there's a little bit of a conflict energy, but it's just to find the truth, the
Mhm.
peace that's required.
Exactly. And actually, the only conflict that we're always having is the conflict with ourselves, right? Like your twin flame, they're you. So if you're experiencing a conflict with them, then it's just a mirror of the conflict that you're having within yourself. They're not actually um, trying to hurt you or do anything to you. They're energetically acting out whatever it is in your heart, right? Whatever is upsetting you, so that you can be aware of it and then you heal it. And you're doing this for them as well. Like it's not a one-sided thing. Like you move through challenges together, and so you don't want to get caught up on the external and just trust, that you are one and you move through it together. And we have some encouraging. What deck is this again? It is the clarifying life situations card. Something to once again, don't let this reading scare you. It's not
Yeah.
scary, right? It just means that this week, be on the lookout for one of the, like I had a fear of abandonment, and if you have that too, who knows, maybe something in your reality will, trigger that fear of abandonment. But no, it's just so that you can uproot it and heal it and move through it. Okay. So, yeah, the first card, it says, take great care, nurture yourself, prioritize your well being, and tread gently on your journey ahead. It's perfect. So, it's all about nurture. And you can see the message at the top too, if you flip it upright, is be here now, right? It's just being present in the moment. Yeah.
Jesus now.
Yeah. All right. And then the next card of encouragement is Mountain of Mastery. Ascend towards self realization and triumph, guided by the stoic presence of the Mastery Mountain pathway. And this is confirmation of you will conquer this challenge in front of you, right? Like, God is guiding. It's really important that you hear this. God is guiding your journey. And whatever is put in front of you right now, it's because you were ready to move through it. Okay. Nothing is ever going to be put in front of us if we're not yet prepared and ready to move through it. And so you've called in the next level to your journey. You've called in a deeper togetherness with your twin flame. And that is what's being delivered. But separation has to go, right? So you will conquer this, and you are, yeah, mountain of mastery. You're deepening into your mastery this week. It's all good. It's always good. Did you want to add anything to that?
No,
No.
I think it's good. Sometimes it's like also you see the big mountain, but don't look at that. Look at the step. It's quite all right. Like you got this. One step at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so have a self-care and nurturing week ahead, and you can always reflect back on this reading and take what resonates and allow the rest to fall away. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and you'll be seeing us throughout the week ahead.